Nobody can live without faith in this world. When you visit a barber's shop, you have got faith that the barber who's putting the blade on your neck is not going to slit your throat. When you visit a restaurant, you have faith that the restaurant owner is not trying to poison and kill you. Leaps of faith are required everywhere. That is why we all cannot live without beliefs. But when these become blind faith, that can be extremely dangerous. Where do we develop these beliefs from? The question posed today is, how can we distinguish between true faith and blind faith? And how can we avoid becoming followers with blind faith? Have you heard of the horse in history who could understand and answer questions? This was a horse called Clever Hans in the late 19th century who belonged to a school teacher called Wilhelm von Osten in Berlin. When its master would ask it questions, for example, what is 3 plus 5? The horse would wait until Wilhelm's question was complete and then begin answering by tapping its hooves on the floor. Now it was able to even answer questions on current events. This created a huge stir. Wilhelm went on to show that the horse could even read the questions off the paper. It did not get all answers correct, but far better than any other creature on 4 legs. Until a few years later, the president of the Berlin Psychology Association sent his chief student, Oscar Funks, to inspect this phenomenon. On close scrutiny, Oscar Funks saw that the horse was far more likely to give wrong answers when Wilhelm was standing behind than when he was standing in front. And if Wilhelm did not know the answer, the horse also was unaware. He then concluded the horse was reading Wilhelm's body language. When Wilhelm stopped, the horse began tapping its feet. And when Wilhelm felt that the answer had been reached, he would involuntarily straighten his body just a teeny weeny bit, which the horse would detect and stop tapping. The subterfuge was so immense, Wilhelm was astonished to know that he had been speaking to his horse for so many years, and all the horse had been reading was his body language. Wilhelm was not a cheat, but he had created a belief that was irrational and not aligned with the facts. That kind of belief is called blind faith. Factually, nobody can live without faith in this world. When you visit a barber's shop, you have got faith that the barber who's putting the blade on your neck is not going to slit your throat. When you visit a restaurant, you have faith that the restaurant owner is not trying to poison and kill you. Leaps of faith are required everywhere. That is why we all cannot live without beliefs. But when these become blind faith, That can be extremely dangerous. Consider the case of Jem Gilbert, who killed herself because of her wrong beliefs. She was a lawn tennis star in England in the 1930s. As a little child, she had visited the dental clinic with her mother. While the mother's tooth was being extracted, she had passed away. Jem thought about this, contemplated, resolved, and so deeply embedded the belief in her personality that dental clinics are killers, that whenever she needed to visit the dentist, she would flat refuse. In her 40s, when the need became desperate, she was forced by friends and accompanied by her pastor, her coach, and her teacher, she did go to the dental clinic. But when the dentist opened her mouth to inspect, she passed away and died. The next day, the London Daily Mail took out an article that 40 years of believing resulted in her intellect switching off her organs and making her pass away. This is the detrimental effect of blind faith. Now think, where do we develop these beliefs from? We are careful about the food we put into our mouth, about the clothes we wear. But these beliefs that are such an important aspect of our personality, we are unaware where they are coming in from. Some are based on limited experience, as in the case of Jem Gilbert. Likewise, Kavita rejected the friendship of Mohan, and Mohan said, Kavita did not like me. Nobody is going to like me. I will never have any friends. Now he firmly believes it. It's an unjustified belief. It is a blind faith that is not substantiated by facts. Or Dinesh went for one interview and failed. He said, what? Microsoft did not select me. No company is ever going to select me. Again, it is a wrong belief that is going to severely impact the quality of his life. It has been created on limited experience. Other beliefs are created by hearsay. 3 of your friends told you, look, the best kind of investment is in real estate. You said 3 of them are saying it. This is the Vedic Satya, it must be true. It's possible they were riding a macroeconomic wave, or they were just lucky, but you created a belief on hearsay. This kind of belief is more common in today's age of social media, where we are subjected to a barrage of fake news. As the saying goes, while the truth is still putting on its shoes, a lie travels halfway around the earth. So we need to be wary of beliefs we pick up on the messages we receive from others. And the third kind of beliefs are created by environment and upbringing. Parents come to me and say, Swamiji, my 14-year-old child is going astray. And I say, check the company he is keeping. If he has fallen into the wrong circle of friends, they are creating wrong beliefs in him. The bottle is the source of happiness, and that is leading his life towards disaster. A case of beliefs picked up from friends. However, the Vedas say this is not the way it should be. Let me read to you from my latest book, Questions You Always Wanted to Ask. How can we develop faith that is auspicious and true? Saint Tulsidas states in the Ramayana, Jane binu na hoi paratiti, binu paratiti hoi nahi priti. Without true knowledge, there cannot be true faith. Without true faith, there cannot be true love. Thus, knowledge has a pivotal role to play in the journey of life. Seat yourself in the boat of knowledge and cross over the ocean of life and death. Make good wisdom the basis of your beliefs. Take a look at the Western world. 700 years ago, they firmly believed that the earth is flat, and if you sail too far into the horizon, you will fall off. But then all of a sudden, everyone's belief changed. And they understood the earth is round. How did that happen? They were exposed to a different kind of knowledge. So the Vedas say, your belief should come from a source of knowledge that is perfect, that is infallible, without blemish. This transcendental divine wisdom is that which comes from God. In the revealed scriptures, the first are the Vedas, which are directly the breath of God. Nishvasitamasya Veda. The Rig Ved, Yajurved, Samaved, Atharvaved. And that Vedic knowledge has been elaborated in a variety of scriptures. The 6 Vedang, Shiksha, Kalp, Vyakran, Nirukti, Chanda, Jyotish. The 4 Upavedas, Arthved, Dhanurved, Gandharvaved, Ayurved. The 2 Itihas, Ramayana, Mahabharata. The 18 Puranas, the Shad Darshan, Mimamsa, Vedant, Nyaya, Vaisheshik, Sankhya, Yog, the 100 Smritis and thousands of Nibandhs. These form the transcendental source of knowledge called the Vedic scriptures. But then, just as if we wish to learn a subject, we have textbooks and also a teacher. Likewise, these scriptures are understood through the medium of a teacher who is then the Guru. Acharyavan Purusho hi Veda. The Vedas themselves are saying, comprehend us through the medium of a Guru. The question will again arise, how do we know that the Guru's interpretation is the right one? And the Vedas say, look, you have to verify it with what the previous gurus in history said. This formed the sadhus, the sages who came in history. This triad, Guru, Sadhu and Shastra, become the basis for confirming transcendental knowledge. Otherwise, anybody will say, my version is the absolute truth. But when we can verify it through the triad of Shastra, Guru and Sadhu, we then know that this is reliable and trustworthy knowledge. And then we can establish our belief based on it. One disciple went to his Guru and said, Guruji, my life is in shambles. My future is bleak. I don't have enough savings. My health is deteriorating with age. How can I be optimistic? And how can I reach the divine goal of life? His Guru gave him a rose bud and said, my child, please open the petals. No matter how much he tried, He found that if he applied too much pressure, the petals were falling off. They were dismantling. The Guru then said, "Do you see? You were unable to open this rose bud, and God opens such rose buds every day in the morning with the sun. Why not place your trust in that supreme divine personality and his revealed knowledge in the Guru Sadhu Shastra?" So when you get such a body of knowledge, now you take the leap of faith and say, whatever they state, I shall accept it as the foundation for my life journey. It will not be blind faith, but true faith.